Good morning, it's Lisa with Lisa Heal Yourself. I'm out here on this rainy morning, and today we are going to talk about
The 5 things that you must give up in order to heal.
these are the key ingredients to healing, and you must give all these things up if you want to be healed. We are going to talk about them in detail today, so get ready. I know you're going to relate to these. Okay, let's get into it. So 1, you must give up your story. You must give up your wound. Your story wound is holding you back. It's causing you to feel all these emotions and relive them over and over, and you must give them up. Yes, something happened to you. Several deep traumas from your past. You went through an incident, you had a relationship, you had something happen to you, an accident, a trauma, a situation, an experience that you were handed and that was not right, and that caused you to feel and be the way you are. So this is truth. You do have this wound, and you do have built a story around it. Every time you get a trigger in life, it brings up these old wounds, these old hurts, these old stories, and we end up creating subconscious patterns around them in order to keep us safe and to have us self-protect. Okay, but these patterns that we've developed around our story and our wound really keep us stuck from healing, because we grow the story that we're not okay, that we're not good enough, that we're not normal, that we'll never heal. We grow these stories, right, that we can't be loved, that we'll never be healed, that we'll never be healthy, that whatever happened to us was too bad, too long, and poor me. And you can choose to take your power back and feel a certain way and make different choices and go towards the life that you want, instead of continually circling back and perpetuating and growing your story, your victimhood story, stronger and more intense. And you're keeping this cycle alive, believe it or not, by not taking back your personal power and standing up and saying, I am going to make a change. I can change how I react right now, today, in this moment, and I can move myself forward. It's all about taking steps forward. You must also give up the feeling of helplessness and victimhood. This is an emotion. This is your reaction to your story and your wound. They go hand in hand, and you must give up the mentality that says, I give up, I'm a victim, there's nothing I can do. You must stand up, take your power back, and take responsibility for your own healing and your own life. That is number 2. The wound leads to this feeling of victimhood. When you feel like a victim, you feel completely helpless and hopeless, and you give up personal responsibility for your own health and your own life, saying, I've tried everything, and I can't do it. This makes me feel this way. This person did this to me. This person's, if it wasn't for this and this and this and this, then maybe I could heal, but all these things, right, are standing in our way. These were our stories, and they lead to a feeling of victimhood. When we are in a state of victimhood, we give up our personal power, and we don't take responsibility for our lives. The one thing that we absolutely need to do in order to heal, we need to have our personal power. We need to take it back. We need to realize that, yes, we need to feel those feelings of grief, sadness, loneliness, abandonment, shame, guilt, anger. We need to be able to have these human emotions and feel them. That, yes, we're allowed to feel this way, but now what? What are we going to do with these feelings? We choose how we react. And number 3, you must give up the belief and your doubt that you won't heal, that bad things happen to you, that it's gonna take you a long time, that you can't do it. You must give up your doubt, right? That deep belief and doubt that you have. You need to believe, you need to have faith. You need to believe in yourself and have faith in yourself and the universe. I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I'm strong enough. I don't know if I'm smart enough. I don't know if I'm capable enough. And I don't know if I really believe that good things can happen, that it's possible. Right? This is about belief. Do you believe that you are here for a reason? Do you believe that you can be all that you want to be? Do you believe that you're going to be healed, that you're going to be okay, that you're going to live a joyous life. You must believe in yourself. Faith is a huge component of healing, right? They always say all these miracle healings, all these spontaneous healings. Some of them, a lot of them have faith. That person believes that the doctor is going to heal them, therefore they're healed. That person believes that God or Jesus is going to heal them, therefore they heal. That person believes in the treatment that they're doing, therefore they heal. That person believes in their diet, therefore they're going to heal. What do you believe? Do you believe that what you're doing is going to heal you? And if not, do something that you can believe in. Eat a diet that you believe in. Do a protocol that you believe in. Live your life and feel your emotions and put your faith in something and believe in it wholeheartedly. Faith is critical to healing. Number 4, you must give up your payoff. Believe it or not, you are getting something from this illness, from this chronic illness, from this condition. You're getting something from it on some level, and you must give up and let go of all payoffs. These payoffs are subtle, and we think there's been nothing that I could get out of this. I hate this. I want it to go away more than anything. But take a really deep look. You are getting something. Does somebody care for you a little bit more? Does somebody love you? Is somebody helping you? Does somebody just clean up the dishes for you? Does somebody, bring you a cup of tea? Does somebody just call and check in on you? Does somebody just ask how you're doing a little more than they would if you weren't like this? Are you getting any kind of a payoff at all? An excuse, a connection, some sort of a safety mechanism where you're allowed to have this excuse to stay small. These are all payoffs that we subtly and subconsciously have, and our body thinks that we do not have them, we do not want them. We would never be like that. So it creates these problems for us, these intense problems and illnesses, and whether they're mental or physical, emotional, whatever they are. And we say, no, this is the problem. If it wasn't for this, I'd be doing these things. But really, we just need this excuse that's bigger than us because we're afraid to face life and take responsibility for our own world and our own actions. And if we were totally healed and healthy and there was nothing wrong, then we would have to face we would have to be independent. We would have to go out there and make the money and have the job and do the commitments and totally immerse ourselves in a life that we may not feel capable to be able to handle by ourselves, right? A lot of times if you're healed, that means complete independence. And we're afraid of that. We're afraid. We don't really want that. Underneath it all, we don't really want that, right? We want to be taken care of. We want to be sheltered a bit. We want to feel safe. We want to feel like we matter, that someone cares about us, that we're being helped. You must smash through all those little barriers, all those little payoffs that it's so nice to have. You must be willing to throw them away, to give them up, and to be able to face the discomfort of not having them in your life. Every single little reason that we're getting to stay stuck and small, and you must be ruthless when you consider this. Are you getting connection from someone? Are you getting comfort? Are you getting an excuse to get out of things you don't want to do? Are you getting the ability to hide out from life and to keep yourself safe and protected by just making your world very small so that you don't have to be brave and face, a big, bad, possibly scary world with courage and go out there? Are you giving yourself an excuse that you don't have to achieve your dreams, right? Is this illness an excuse like, well, I would have achieved my dreams if it wasn't for this? If it wasn't for this that I have, poor me, I have my excuse now. Why I didn't work hard enough, or why I didn't believe in myself, or why I wasn't brave enough or courageous enough to go after what I really wanted in life. And lastly, you must give up negative self-talk, negative self-criticism, judgment, self-loathing. You must give all these negative things that you say to yourself and that you put in your mind and your heart. You must give them up. You must fully and unconditionally love, forgive, and accept yourself just the way you are. I bet that you are your own worst critic. We self-criticize ourselves, we judge ourselves, we're hard on ourselves, we hold ourselves up to standards, we just say terrible things to ourselves. You cannot heal when you're talking to yourself terribly. You have to treat yourself like you're a precious gift, right? Like you would a little tiny child, a little baby. You want to give yourself complete self-forgiveness. That's what forgiveness is about. Not forgiving the other people, not forgiving the story, not forgiving what happened to you, but forgiving yourself, forgiving your part in it, right? Forgiving that if only you could go back and know something different or do something different and make it different, right? That's the part that you need forgiveness around. You need to forgive yourself and absolve yourself from the responsibility of this having happened, to you, and that you didn't know enough or you couldn't do enough, or you have to forgive yourself. This is all about self-love and self-forgiveness and accepting yourself and loving yourself even if you're sick, even if you're not where you want to be, right? Just like a child. We want to be compassionate and kind, speak kindly, speak lovingly, and really be your own best friend, right? The person who would never leave you, who would never say bad things to yourself, who will always unconditionally love you no matter what. You have to be that for yourself. It can be hard not to be angry at yourself or sad or mad or frustrated at yourself or feeling guilty for anything that you did, shame for things in the past. It can be really hard not to inflict this negative self-feeling and talk to yourself, right? But you're never going to be perfect. And you have to start loving you, accepting you, forgiving you, and being your biggest fan. You have to be your own healer, your own source. You know, we always want to connect to source like God or the universe or whatever it is that you believe in out there, right? This power that is greater than you. You have to be your own source. You are the source. Be your own source of unconditional love. You can be that for yourself. You can be your own true and powerful and unconditional source of love. And when you do that, you can heal. If you want to go watch some of my other videos, I'll link them here to these topics where I go way more in depth on things like victimhood and powerlessness, on things where I go in depth on your story and your wounds and your triggers. Right? I also go in depth on how to create self-love and acceptance for yourself, how to believe. These are all videos where I've gone deep before. All of these things together are the key. Like they are the things. You aren't going to heal unless you give these things up. No matter what diet you're doing, no matter what protocol you're doing, if you don't give these 5 things up, you're not going to make it all the way there, and I want you to. And I'm going to give you a bonus one here. You must stop judging and criticizing others. Why does this matter and why does this heal you? All right, well, judging yourself is really the thing that you have to give away or you won't heal. But judging others takes a lot of energy. Judging anyone and criticizing and spending your energy on that is draining. It's physically, mentally taxing and draining. And if that's where you choose to put your energy, then you don't have energy to give to yourself. I've heard it said before from Carolyn Miss, who I love so much, but I've heard her use the analogy that if you have, you're given $100 a day worth of energy to heal with and to live your best life. And you spend, $80 of judgment a day, or you spend $100 or $105 or $110 worth of judgment per day, you don't have that energy left to heal and for your own life. So you get kind of in a deficit. And I love that analogy because it's so true. You got to choose where you're putting your energy. And when you're putting your energy into judging, criticizing, arguing, you need to stop, because it's wasting the energy that you have to put towards yourself. So that's your bonus one. You can take that one or leave that. That won't block you from healing, but it'll certainly drain your energy and keep you working longer if you're judging and criticizing others. So if you give that up, you'll save all that energy for yourself. And so in that vein, I'm gonna give you a second bonus. So this video is just chock full of amazing information. But your second bonus here is to give up control. You know, that goes along with giving up your judgments and criticisms of others. Give up control of others, of the universe, of the world around you. You spend so much of your energy trying to control what cannot be controlled. Other people, other situations. Can only control yourself. Save your energy to control what you want to in your life. Control your actions and your reactions. So if you can give up control, and I know this one is huge, if you give up control of trying to control everything and everyone else, you will have so much more energy to literally and actually heal yourself. So this is where the process of letting go really comes into play. So if you have not seen that video and the steps to learning how to let go, please go watch that now. Because if you can let go of your judgments, your criticisms to other people, and your control of others and the universe and every situation, if you can just let go of what isn't serving you and what is stealing your energy, letting go is one of those processes that will, over time, ultimately and deeply, deeply heal you on every level. So I hope it's been helpful. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. Introduce yourself in the comments. Let me know what's working, what's not, what you need help with, where you feel like you're stuck. And I will see you in the next video.